People, today we're going to be talking about this book, Gilded by Marissa Meyer. I have to say that I have all her books and I love them all to bits, but my favorite of them were the retellings that she did of Cinderella with the Cinder series, which for me was amazing. And so when she said that she was going to be doing another fairy tale retelling, this time with Rumpelstiltskin, I was like, yay! I was very excited to see where she was going to go with the story and with the characters, because Rumpels, it's not exactly friendly material. And yeah, I have to say that I did love this book. It was way darker than what I expected, but it's keeping in the realistic way she has of telling stories. If you read Cinder, you know what I mean. And obviously she's picturing people like the Wild Hunt and the Erlking, so they're not exactly the gentles of characters we're talking about. So I think that all the things that she depicted in this book, even if sometimes it was like very gruesome, they are real things when you are taking these characters into a book. Okay, we're going to be following our main character, that's a girl called Serilda. She looks to be blessed by the good of fortune, but it seems like the blessing has turned wrong and she's kind of cursed, and everyone distrusts her because of the curse, and because everything that she tells are lies, or so the people think. And also she's a fantastic storyteller. She loves telling stories to kids and the kids love hearing them, but she's being chastised time and time again not to tell these stories to the young kids, because they get these ideas and these ballads and things that they don't want the kids to have. So she's kind of isolated. She lives alone with her father. And one night, when the Wild Hunt is out hunting, she hears the cries of two girls. She goes out. They turn to be moss people. And yeah, you have to read the book to know more about them. But they're like the people who are the animals that the Wild Hunt want to hunt. And so she protects them, and the Erlking, who is the leader of the Wild Hunt, gets to be like, okay, who are you and what are you doing outside here, and why you are not cowering in my presence because I'm this or powerful. Well, it's not so funny when you are reading the book because he's a very dark, powerful character. And Marissa Meyer has made an incredible job of depicting how dark and how removed he is from human emotions or any kind of emotions that you can relate with, because he's kind of a monster. But the thing is that the thing that comes to Serilda's mind is to lie, and he tells him that she knows how to spin gold from a straw. Yeah, you know where this is going, right? So the Erlking decides to abduct her and see for himself if she is able to spin a straw and turn it into gold. The thing is, she can't. But when she is in the dungeon, someone appears to her like some kind of ghost, poltergeist, we don't really know at the moment, called Gilded, and he knows how to turn a straw into gold. So yeah, he helps Serilda. They begin developing this kind of friendship and something more, and I'm not going to explain much more about the plot. But yeah, I have to say that this is an amazing book. I just couldn't put it down. I love how fleshed out all the characters are. And I love how inhuman the ones that need to be monsters are. And I love how Marissa Meyer doesn't recoil from writing scenes that are like full of gore, because not because she feels like writing them, but because the characters need this kind of a scene. Because I was saying, if you are writing about the Wild Hunt, you cannot have them throwing roses and kissing kids. You have to have them hunting and abducting kids and leaving corpses and death and desolation where they go through. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense, and I love how she incorporates all this lore inside the retelling, and how we, when you end the book, you know where Rumpelstiltskin is going to come. I hope that I'm not wrong about that. And yeah, I have to say that I completely love this book, and that is saying something, because I have been in a very bad reading slump, in which books lost my attention when I was in the middle of them, and I was like, please don't let it happen. Don't let it happen with this book, because it's an amazing read. And yeah, it didn't happen. It did hold my attention. It's an amazing read. I love the way in which the story is told, with little stories intersected, told by Serilda. And I love the relationship between the characters. I love that when Serilda is in the presence of the Erlking, you can feel this otherness, this darkness, this feel this being who is so removed from anything human, that's the most alien and dark and cold, and and you can feel yourself how cold and inhuman he is. And I love how Serilda is brave, and sometimes she's babbling things out of her mouth, and it's like, I'm going to get killed because of that. But she's just a girl trying to save her life and coping with everything that's being thrown to her. And I think that she's a very relatable character in that she's very human, and that she's amazing, and sometimes she's afraid, and sometimes she has to save face, and sometimes she has to be brave, and sometimes she just wants to be rescued because she's afraid and she doesn't know what the hell she's doing. So yeah, I mean, she's amazing. And the character of Gil, we are going to be knowing more of him. Will we keep on reading this character that I don't know if it's a ghost or it's a poltergeist or what the hell he is, but he can help Serilda for a price and can turn straw into gold. And he doesn't remember much about his previous life, or what he's doing in this castle, or why the wild hand is in this castle. Why is the wild hand in this castle? I mean, it's amazing, and I love the geography and the topography of the story and the different, cities and population and everything. I mean, it's very consistent, it's very well crafted, and I love, I cannot say enough how much I love this book. And if you have loved Marissa Meyer previous book, you're going to love this one. If you haven't read anything by her, pick this one. Pick anything by her because she's an amazing writer, and I love her retellings most of all. And yeah, I cannot wait to know how it goes on, because it was like, no, it cannot end. I need to know, because you get very invested in the characters and in the story and in everything that's going on, and it ends and it's like you're left like, I need more. So for me it's like a 5 over 5 stars, and it's an amazing read, and I love this book. Okay, I'm going to stop gushing about it, but really, I mean, it's amazing. Thank you for watching. Bye.